Dr. Chris Dixon, created this product because everybody says, all the professionals say, that lifting your legs, elevating your legs, actually can provide that relief, whether you have swelling, whether you have lymphedema, venous disease, swollen legs, pregnancy. This is going to provide that comfort, that temporary relief, and it's a patented design. So you're not going to find this with these precise angles anywhere else. It is a beautiful foam, comfortable cushion. In fact, read the reviews. It's a customer pick. People can't be without this anymore. And just a couple of minutes a day is all you have to do. And we finally have them in stock. So 2 colors available for you. We've got it in the cappuccino or that blue. And then there's 3 sizes. Don't make your decision yet because we want to explain. You can choose small, medium, or large. Customer pick, $10 off, and we've got that great price on shipping as well because this is going to be a bigger box. So this is how you choose. If you are a petite little thing like me, shorter than 5'5", you're going to order the small cushion. If you are medium, that's going to be for people 5'5" through 5'10", and then large would be taller than 5'10". Okay, so that's from 5'10" to 6'3". Our registered nurse, Mr. Matt Peterson, is back again to tell us all about it. I love this thing. Nobody else has it because you'll see leg cushions and leg rests out there. This is so different that it's actually been patented. It really works.
It's been patented, and you know the beautiful thing about Dr. Chris not being here to tell you about it, and I'm here to tell you about it, is that I can say what a genius Dr. Chris Dixon is, because, you know, a vascular surgeon, he's really invented this and patented these angles exactly in the precise position to decrease leg swelling, because, you know, for 150 years, I mean, you look at this, gravity, we're fighting against gravity all day long as soon as we get out of bed, and it's going to have those effects, those tired, swollen legs. And studies have shown that if you elevate your legs properly, and that's the key word, is properly, for 20 minutes per day, that's it, you can actually get that maximum benefit. Now, here's the deal, here's a little history. For 150 years plus, we've known in the medical community that leg elevation is the standard of care to decrease that swelling.
Yeah, everybody tells you, just lift your legs.
Just lift your legs.
Put your legs up.
But people spend, how much money have you spent trying to get that leg swelling down if you've had a sprained ankle or during pregnancy or, like you said, venous disease, any of those vascular disorders, right? How much money have you spent on wedge pillows, you know, different combinations of things to try to get that swelling down, and it just doesn't work effectively. This works effectively. And I will add this. It's light as a feather, okay? You can use it on the couch. You want to use it on a flat surface like a bed or a couch. And in only 20 minutes a day, you're going to get that maximum benefit. But because those angles are perfect to reduce the leg swelling, it's also the perfect set of angles for the maximum comfort benefit. So this is so comfortable.
Yeah, it is an exact science. I have literally just 1,000. That is all I have left, and you choose the cover because this is a removable cover you can wash. It comes in the cappuccino or that navy. It's item 075174. Remember, this has an exact science to it. It was created by a board-certified vascular surgeon, and we actually have his testimonial on tape. I want you to take a quick listen to Dr. Chris Dixon. Come right back, place your order. You're not going to believe how great your legs are going to feel.
I'm Dr. Chris Dixon. I'm a board-certified vascular surgeon, and I invented the Lounge Doctor leg rest. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, how did you come up with this product? Well, physicians recommend leg elevation for a long list of conditions, yet amazingly, no one ever asked the question, what's the most effective way to elevate the legs? So I decided to answer that question. I reviewed all the science on leg elevation, put all that science together, and came up with the most effective position to elevate your legs. And then I designed the leg rest so it would position the legs correctly, and then patented that design, and we started the company.
You know, when we're in pain, when we're tired, when we need relief, we turn to the doctors, we turn to our registered nurses, right? I mean, this is for $17 and change on a credit card, your quick shortcut way to feel so much better.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all about the angles. So we have Donna here with her very difficult job.
Yeah.
Okay? You're okay, Donna? All right, so she's in that maximum comfort position. Now, Donna, you're 5'8"? Okay, so Donna would choose a medium. It's simple as that. We threw up the sizes before. We'll put them back up again for you, okay? So Donna has a medium. That's all she has to do is pick the medium. Then she knows those precise angles are gonna work precisely for her. So let's start here at the thigh. The thigh is flexed exactly at 40 degrees. So what studies have shown is if the thigh flexes more than that, it's actually gonna kink those femoral blood vessels right down here. It's not gonna allow that free flow of fluid from her thigh down into the rest of her body. You know, and I will mention too that Donna's lying flat, so her heart is supposed to be lower than her legs, okay? It's kind of leg elevation 101. I want to move up to her knees, okay? This is exactly bent at a 25-degree angle because, again, if we hyperextend the knee like that, we have a popliteal vein in here is gonna kink. There's some other blood vessels and things. It's not gonna allow the free flow of gravity of that blood flow and interstitial fluid to come back into the rest of the body and recirculate. So right here, we have a perfect 15-degree slope at the lower leg.
See, this is what you can never, ever duplicate. There's a reason for that, right, Matt?
There's a great reason for that. So not only is it maximum comfort, but again, if you're putting your leg up on pillows or up on the back of the sofa or something like that, a lot of times you're gonna do something like this if I push down, okay? So that means that that fluid is gonna pool here. That 15-degree angle perfectly allows the fluid to flow backwards through her lower leg, in through her knee, and those blood vessels down through her thigh, and it's circulating the rest of the body. And I want to add this, finally, you see how her heels are resting comfortably just at the end of the lounge, doctor? So when you try to come up with those combinations and put your legs up on the back of a sofa or on wedge pillows or things like that, you get the tingly winglies, you get the loss of circulation in your toes.
Yes.
Not with a lounge, doctor, because it's that perfect ideal comfort position. And again, Donna's a 5'8" person, so she's gonna choose that medium. That ensures her that she's gonna have that ultimate comfort position with her heels perfectly on the end of her lounge, doctor.
So Matt, we only have 2.5 minutes left. I wanna throw up the size chart again. Remember, you choose small, medium, or large. I would choose, I'm only 5'4", I would choose the small. So shorter than 5'4", or shorter than 5'5" is a small, medium between 5'5" and 5'10", and then the large would be anybody taller than 5'10", so 5'10" to 6'3".
Like me.
Yeah, I wanted to read some of these reviews, and I won't bore you with every single one of them, but I highlighted some of my favorites because this product became a customer pick. It is not an ordinary leg rest, okay, you guys? There is a precise science, and that's why I got a patent. This is by far the best leg lounge I've ever seen or used. Another person in Florida said, can't live without it. Thank you for helping me, okay? Something so simple. Somebody said, I used to sleep with 2 to 3 pillows every night under my feet. This solved that problem in an instant. One person said, I love the way it gives my lower back and my legs relaxation. And then one person said, first day of using was incredible.
Incredible.
First day of using, not a week, not a month. First day, in a couple of minutes a day, you're gonna get that relief. I'm like, where was this thing when I was pregnant with twins? Where, you know, think of this too for any expectant mommy, anybody that you know has really sore, painful, tired legs. Because at the end of the day, gravity is working against us all day, pulling that blood down. That's why we get that uncomfortable feeling.
Unless you hang upside down like a bat, gravity is working against you all the time. So here's the thing, this perfectly puts you in that position to alleviate that. I love it because it's durable. It's gonna last years and years and years, okay? So all of the money you spend on wedge pillows or different things to put you in that perfect position, you're gonna have that incident where you're gonna sprain your ankle, or God forbid, you're gonna get maybe a knee injury or something like that, or you're gonna have a surgical procedure. The doctor's gonna tell you, you need to elevate your legs. So how are you gonna do it? Unless you have the lounge, doctor, which is the only patented pillow like this, the leg rest is exactly patented to alleviate that swelling. You're not gonna be able to do it effectively.
Relief for $17.49 a month, okay? I don't know anything that helps and is so affordable like that. Now, this is ideal for these things, right, Matt? And you wanna walk us through this?
I will walk you through it.
Final minute left, everyone.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna mention, okay, venous disease, lymphedema, excuse me, if you have those, you know what they are, it's very serious. Leg injuries, post-surgery, we mentioned pregnancy. Here's the kicker, okay? Tired, swollen swollen, aching legs.
Everybody.
Recovering, everybody.
Tired legs,
Recovering
yeah.
from exercise. Everybody needs these because when you have those tired, swollen legs, they're gonna feel healthier, they're gonna look healthier. Just by getting that elevation, circulating that fluid through your body, this thing is magic and I love it.
Yeah, and it's doctor designed. It's, you know, it is a doctor that after so many patients that he's seen throughout the years and had surgery and operated on, came and asked the same questions. He was like, I'm just gonna do it. This is still made in the United States of America. We love that. And remember, that cover is machine washable, so it's gonna be nice and tidy and clean for if you're sharing it as well. Cappuccino or navy, I mean blue, and then we have it in small, medium, or large. Item number 075174. You made it a customer pick. I hope you try it out today. And oh yeah, as Matt said, feather light, you guys.
So
super easy. Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Good to see you.
My pleasure.
We're gonna go from one rest to a tushy rest. How about that? Nice segue.